This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now, where we bring you the 3 E's: educate, empower, and engage. I'm your host, Harvey Blankfeld, along with our co-host, Shelley Brown, and we've been selling homes here in Southern Nevada since 1988. Shelley and I are also very proud to be part of the Real Estate Radio Network. That is a national network of local real estate professionals delivering timely, balanced truths about local market conditions. With us in the studio with Shelley and I, we have Tracy Rucher from Equity Title. She's going to stick around because we have some other topics we want to touch. And I always like to hear what Tracy has to say about some of these other things. You know, I got a call from a listener last week about a new home. And this is why I want to talk about this a little bit. And they said, gee, Harv, you know, do I really need a realtor for a new home? And my answer is it's a question of, I mean, need is a tough word to say, but I think you would want one. And the reason is that very often builders have a variety of incentives out there. They have a variety of things going on, and I know that Shelley and I, in our practice, when we have somebody buying a new home, we're with our buyers through that process, and that's part of the thing that they need. Also, to consider the idea of that contract that's extraordinarily seller-centric.
Totally.
It's a builder first, as opposed to what we do in Galvar, our local board, Greater Las Vegas Associated Realtors. The contract that we use is much more buyer-friendly than the one that a builder's going to use for you. And it's not that we don't want you to buy from the builder, it's just we want you to understand the difference. So know the difference, that this is a contract that, should the builder not be able to perform in a timely manner, oh well, they got a year. They got a year to deliver that house.
Typically they have a year, and there's a whole big clause about it in there.
And wouldn't you like to know that now when you're signing papers, as opposed to later when they say, gee, we're going to be about a month late, and you're trying to figure out how to rent your house? You know, these are the things, these little bits of knowledge are part. The other thing is that when it comes to builders and realtors, builders love us. They like us involved with the transaction. Sometimes the people working in the office don't love us as much, but the builders themselves love having us involved, because we're going to be there to help to explain certain things that may not be as easily understood.
As your agent, I am going to point out to you, and I'm not saying that one builder is worse than another. No. I'm saying you get this at one builder, you get something different at another.
Just know the value.
Right. And so I present the whole package to you, and if you love this house and it has wooden eaves, who cares?
Exactly.
But I've shown you something that I feel you needed to know.
And ultimately, also, when we do a walkthrough, when you do the orientation, they call it, for the builders, is an interesting thing, because the vast majority of buyers we're just so excited that they're getting into their home in a couple of days that they're just checking out and making sure everything's, but they may not be as intense as they should be, because this is a time where you can really scrutinize and get everything done right. There are rules, though. And what the builders say to us is, look, guys, realtors, make sure you're there at the first visit, at the very least. Now, Shelley and I will be there the whole time. We're going to keep going back.
Yes, but you are required to walk your client across the threshold the first time.
Yes, and if you don't, you're not going to get paid a commission, and therefore my broker's not going to really let me get involved in that transaction. Because the liability is far too great.
And I'd like just to piggyback on something you said. If anybody is out there like me as a buyer, when I'm excited and looking at stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, this is perfect. Those model homes are beautiful.
Right.
They are decorated, pristine, and everything in there as a buyer you're excited about. So having representation to bring you back to reality of what is included, or the wooden eaves and stuff, that to me is worth its weight in gold, because as the buyer you're just excited and ready to go.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now with hosts Harvey Blankfeld and Shelley Brown. Please tune in every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 720 KDWN.